Wolf. I was watching these media reports. Now there's a rumor that Prince was being treated for a possible drug problem. The question is, did Prince have a drug problem? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Prince, for me, for the most part, didn't seem to be that kind of person. Maybe in recent years he did. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, because I don't know what was going on with Prince. You know, I would like to think that that's not true. I would like to really believe that Prince actually was sick. And knowing Prince has a very strong work ethic. He was known for it in the industry anyway, for having a very strong work ethic. He wasn't known for having drugs. Prince was one of the hardest working guys in show business, man. I don't think drugs, I seriously don't believe that. You know, unless there's actual evidence pointing towards that. What we do know is that Prince had just got his entire collection back from Warner Brothers, and he was working on a memoir, and he's supposed to be coming out with another album. That I do know. Now, somebody brought up a good theory. Sam Cooke had the rights to his music that he got from his record company. Next thing you know, he was murdered. Michael Jackson, he owned publishing rights from Sony for all his stuff and stuff from the Beatles. And all of a sudden, he died. The same way goes with Prince with Warner Brothers. Just kind of interesting that all this stuff happened with these guys. Three of the most versatilely known black talents in music. All three of them. Very well liked by black and white audiences all over the world. Very well respected for the talents. And all of them died tragically like this. What really surprised me, of all the damn people that I listened to over the years and admired so much, honestly, I didn't think Prince would be in this situation. I was just saying, of all people, Prince, man, I'm still, honestly, I'm still at a loss of words right now. I don't even know what to say at this point. I really, really don't. You know, I really don't know. I would not want to think that about Prince. As far as I know right now, to the best of my knowledge, there's no facts showing that he was doing it. None. So as far as I'm concerned, the old saying goes, innocent until proven guilty. I'm not going to sit there and say whether he was on it or not. Because to be totally honest, it's not my call to say whether he was on drugs or not on drugs. Because there's no circumstantial evidence to prove that he was. Real talk. There's no facts to say that he actually was doing what people claim he was doing. And until that time, I'm not going to say any of it was true. I'm absolutely not going to do that. For no reason. For no reason at all. Because you know what? I have no reason at all to say that. Like I said, there's no facts substantiating that. There's no proof that he actually was doing that. And right now, with the way celebrity deaths are going at a high rate, I don't believe it. You know, because Prince wasn't even known for that. Natalie Cole was, David Bowie was, others of their ilk were known for drugs, having drug problems, drug issues. Prince, no. Not to say it wasn't possible, but he just wasn't known for that. What I do know is this young man at 57 years brought something different to the table. He was original. He was very unique with the type of music that he put out. His brand of music, his style was unique in every way. You know, he wasn't just anybody, but he was something else. You know, he just wasn't an artist. He was a phenom. And I said on a previous podcast recently, he just wasn't an icon. He was a Rembrandt. And as I was saying, a Rembrandt can be copied, duplicated, multi-copied, but it was only one original. That was Prince. They broke the mold. Real talk. Regardless of what they say about him doing drugs, no proof of that. Okay? But what I am saying again, he was one of a kind. I was telling my wife, and I told some other people yesterday, as far as I'm concerned about Prince, you'll never see that. Them days of guys like, I'm talking about with originality, like guys like Prince, Michael Jackson, James Brown, even Elvis, David Bowie. Those guys, the guys with original concepts like those guys, those days are over with. Notice in R&B, hip hop now, as a prime example, all of these guys now copy each other. There's no originality. I don't see three rappers today that are original from the other one. They're all the same to me now. Now, I ain't talking about the old school rappers. I'm talking about the new school rappers. And the same thing with R&B. It's like R&B is just done. It's done. When I was growing up, back in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s, I noticed a lot of artists back then. Yeah, a lot of artists did do a lot of the same kind of music. They did the genre, but there was a lot of originality between these artists and different music styles and all of that. You know? Michael Jackson, Prince were both pop stars, big-time pop stars, rock stars, you know. But they had two distinctively different styles of music. They both sang differently, you know. Their styles was as different as night and day. They clearly were. You know? Prince was a little bit more hard-edged than Michael Jackson. But Michael Jackson had a different style from Prince. James Brown had a different style from both of them, although they did kind of take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But they made their own from part of that. They didn't just copy and try to make their own act version. I mean, put like this, they copied it, but they didn't try to do James Brown. You know, Michael Jackson might have took a piece of James Brown's work, but he did Michael Jackson. Prince took a piece of James Brown work, and he did Prince. Usher took a piece of all three of them and did Usher. See, this is how that works. You know? I don't see that happening in today's music. I really don't. I really don't. I think 80% or 85% of black music today, from what I've heard, is hip-hop driven. I don't see a lot of Rembrandts in hip-hop nowadays. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't care what anybody says. I don't see any Rembrandts in hip-hop. They're not there. But I will say this. I saw Live in the Prince. And I'll be honest with you again. Those days are over with, man. Those days of the Rembrandts are gone. Are gone. No more Rembrandts. No more. Yep. And until you can get some of these young people back into real music, only thing you want to hear is electronic beats. Those beats are created with computers. And unfortunately, until you learn how to create real music, all you're going to hear is digital beats. Because digital beats, anybody can do. Real music are done by creative people like Prince. Prince Rogers Nelson, 1958 to 2016. Rest in power, baby. It's DJ Wolf. I'm going to be trying to work on a special show tonight. I said before, I got to do it tonight. I'm going to talk about what's going on with these celebrity music deaths, man. There's been a lot of them this year. I mean, there's been a lot of celebrity deaths this year. Like I said, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, this year has been like a plethora. It's like almost every week. You know, you lose at least one musical icon every week. I think one week it was like we lost 3. But it's been crazy. This year I've never seen anything like it before. It's like, wow. So I'm going to try to do a show on it. This is DJ Wolf. Questions or comments, I can be reached at foralltohear@gmail.com. Also, for all to hear on Twitter. For all to hear at outlook.com. And for all to hear TV. Okay, guys, I got more to on back burner. I'm going to try to do a special show tonight. It'll probably be on after 10. But I'm definitely going to work on trying to get one done tonight because I think Prince is due. And Prince and other artists of Brazil need to discuss it. You know, it's been kind of heavy on my mind. I'm going to try to do it on Blog Talk Radio. If not, you'll hear it on Spreaker. Either way. All right? I'll talk to you later.